Welcome back. As we promised, we are going to dedicate the last main part of our breakfast show to the 27th edition of the Handball Mondial. This wonderful competition, which took place from the 13th of January to the 31st of the same month, 18 days on the ground, the participation of 32 teams, 31 teams in addition to the hosts Egypt. It was a story of success on the ground. Well, everything was implemented in a very strict and accurate manner, starting from the isolation capsule or the medical bubble to the safe venues, to the safe corridors, to all the procedures to guarantee the safety and security, of course, of all the participants. The photos of the teams, their managerial teams, the coaching staff in front of the pyramids, in front of Alexandria shores, in many of the places in Egypt were saying a lot. They were saying that they are feeling great. They are enjoying their time in addition to participating in this prestigious competition. Well, far from being the seventh for the second consecutive time as Egyptians, we did great to introduce the new talents and the old ones in a wonderful mix. Our team was doing really great. And our team was a very big obstacle on the way, whether for Sweden or for Denmark, the number 2 and 1 respectively, who clinched the golden or the silver and golden medals respectively. Well, to shed more light on what happened and to say congratulations to all Egyptians regarding this and to analyze some of the matches, particularly the final which took place between Denmark and Sweden, and it was yesterday. We are very much delighted to have with us via phone Mr. Hazem Al-Iskandarani, our sports analyst. A very good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, as I was saying, and by the way, I'm not feeling bad to say that. I discovered that when it comes to Egypt, I am a bad loser. And when I was watching Denmark and Sweden yesterday, what I had in mind really that Egypt deserved to be there. But this is sports, and the marathon which took place between Denmark and Egypt proved how much Egypt was performing in a wonderful manner. Tell me first your impression about the tournament and how the Egyptian team represented the future of handball.
Of course, when we look at the performance of the Egyptian national team in this World Cup, we see that there was a challenge already from the first level when we had Sweden in our group. And it was the hardest and the most difficult match in this stage of the championship. The performance of the Egyptian team was surprisingly great. I'm talking about the level of the defense. I'm talking about the precision of our players when they attack, when they defend, how to stop the keys of the Swedish team. Of course, for the other national teams that we faced, normally our level was higher than them, of course. But the Swedish team was the first challenge that the Egyptian team faced in this championship. The score was very tight. The Swedish team was really under pressure because of the wonderful performance of the Egyptian team, either on the defense level or on the attack level. We saw that the Swedish team played very physical. They played with the plan of 6-0, which is very hard plan to play, to defend, of course, because it needs a lot of physical work. It needs a very good physical state for the players, and they suffered a lot. They thought that they would stop the Egyptian team, but surprisingly to them, they found a very solid team, either in defense or attack. So when they managed to beat us for just a difference of one goal, It was a huge happiness. They were really celebrating their victory
Yeah.
on the Egyptian team as if they won the championship.
As
So,
if it was an early final. This is it. But, sir,
yes.
let me move to some of the statements which were said by our veteran former handball players, Hamada Ruby, for example.
Yes.
And they were all the time speaking about how they were, they hoped or they dreamed of even playing with this generation. They said that if this generation had the chance to go and to participate in camps before this encounters, before the Mondial, if it was not in the middle of the COVID-19 crisis, of course, if they had the chance to have friendlies with big names in the world of handball before, even their performance was going to be better. And the tiny mistakes which unfortunately took us out of the quarterfinals were not going to happen. Do you agree with that, sir?
I agree partially because I believe that this is not the only reason. The lack of time that we had also was the same for the other teams. It was very tight for everybody, and as he mentioned, that the COVID-19 and its situation was pretty hard for everybody. So I think that this factor was important for the Egyptian team, but it was not something unique for the Egyptian team. What I believe is that we got a gold opportunity to organize the World Cup in Egypt, but unfortunately the COVID-19 made a very important element of the game absent, which was the supporters. The Egyptian supporters, if they were there, I believe that the results should have changed a lot. See, because the presence of the supporters in the whole in the court is
The fans or the
very
spectators would make it
influencing.
totally
Yes,
different.
it gives,
Amen to that,
it
sir.
gives the power to our players. It gives the confidence when they roar with the name of Egypt in the stadium. Of course, it will make a very big difference for the Egyptian team and against the other team. So I believe that if there was a real presence of the supporters,
I'll tell you what,
in,
Mr. Hazem, you know, I think the players knew well and they felt how much we do appreciate what they are doing, and we praise and admire their performance. My colleagues behind the camera, we were speaking together just before being on air. I think every one of us know all the names of our players, from Hassan Walid Addah, the youngest, till Ahmed Al Ahmar, the captain.
captain.
I mean,
True.
we are now acquainted even with the regulations, with the new rules. We were cheering for them even behind the screens at homes.
Very true. And if you look at this difference of age and experience from the youngest to the captain, we see that this did not prevent the Egyptian team to play in total harmony. They played,
Yeah.
they covered each other in the defense, they covered each other in the plans of attack, because when we see, for example, the last match against Denmark, they played with 7 players with an empty goal, and this was from the beginning of the second half time. This is an extra pressure on our defense.
Yes.
And when we look at the efficiency of this plan, it was not as good as they expected, because our team was strong enough at the level of the defense.
Amen.
That
Very
we
well said,
stopped.
sir. Sir,
We stopped
there are
there.
a lot of benefits we really acquired after this competition or this tournament. Let me focus on 2. Number 1, Parondo, the Spanish coach of our national team, and of course his assistants, were very much successful in having this mix between 3 or even 4 generations. I mean, you would find the 36 Ahmed Al-Ahmar and the 20-year-old Lul or Hassan Walid Addah. And in between, you are going to find Sanad, Mamdouh Hashim, Ali Zain, of course, Yahya Ad-Dir'a and his
Yahya
little
Ad-Dir'a,
brother,
yes,
Saif Ad-Dir'a,
sure,
Wissam Nawar, Ibrahim Al-Masri, of course,
exactly.
the great defense player of Al-Ahli, Muhammad Asam Al-Tayyar, Kareem Hindawi.
Sure.
You would find this mix among different age categories. How much do you see the importance of this harmony and how much this is going to benefit us in Tokyo 2021, inshallah?
I believe that this was, before the beginning of this championship, this was a great challenge for our coach to get all the players from different ages who play in different leagues in Europe and in Egypt, how to make this harmony. This was a big challenge for our coach, for Barrondo. But he was very smart. He managed to control the situation, to manage the situation perfectly, that we found that the mistakes, I'm talking about the collective mistakes, that are due to the lack of harmony between the players, they were at the minimum.
Yeah.
Some of the individual mistakes influenced, like the last match against Denmark, of course, when Ibrahim Al-Masri made a big mistake, a technical mistake, when he stopped the attack of Denmark to shoot. So this was just an individual mistake. Of course, it influenced the result, the final result. But we must know that this is one of the gaps that I believe Barrondo needs to cover, so that he could avoid these individual mistakes. But at the level of the collective spirit,
All in all. Sir,
exactly.
The second benefit, or in my humble opinion, one of the most important ones, is the offers which are coming even as we speak from European leagues to make deals with our players. Yahya Khalid, for example, Fizbrim, the Hungarian team, wanna buy him for good, and there is a very serious offer from the very same team to Ibrahim Al-Masri. How do you see the offers coming from European leagues to our national team players?
This is very important because our teams, our players, when they play in different leagues, they manage to acquire a variety of experiences that might help them to be complete. So this is the other side of the situation, because they say maybe they play in different leagues and championships, and they might not have the same experience or keep the harmony between them. This is wrong, because each and every player in our team needs to get a multitude of experiences, how to work on different plans, either in attack or defense. So this is a very important plus for our Egyptian team.
We should end by saying congratulations to Denmark, and congratulations to Sweden. And congratulations to the 31 teams who were here in Egypt enjoying their time in this wonderful tournament. Mr. Hazem Al-Iskandarani, our sports analyst, thank you very much for your input, sir, and have a very good day. Well, the political leadership, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, was keen to inaugurate the competition himself. Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli was keen to attend most of the matches. Dr. Ashraf Sobhi, Minister of Sports and Youth, was keen to be there and to eliminate all obstacles on the way. Full coordination among all concerned bodies to guarantee the success of this tournament. Barrondo, Vinio, the Croatian coach of our goalkeepers, Magdi Abulmagd, Noor, the coaching staff, our players, and everyone behind the camera. Congratulations to all of you, and thank you for what you have done to make this tournament a story of success. And to Denmark, congratulations. To Mikkel Hansen, the best player of the tournament, congratulations. To Landon, one of the most important goalkeepers ever, congratulations. But guess what? Abdurrahman Humaid, our goalkeeper, the youngest, is going to be something, and would you please remember that from now, from the 1st of February 2021 our team is going, inshallah, to make a lot on Tokyo 2021. Well, by this, we come to the end of this episode of our breakfast show. You were in the company of my dear colleague, Hala Al-Hamalawi, and myself, Nermeen Abdurrahman. Tomorrow is another crew and another day. Many thanks for watching. It's goodbye for now.